crew, Mohawk. What up, fellas? Man, I wanna kill you right now. Definitely gonna kill you later. Definitely gonna kill your mofos later. Wait, what's going on to me? Boss, you did say you wanted him. Fuck!
What's up, YouTubers, one and all? Mine is Fit1987, and today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Core Class The Last Night Mohawk. This is possibly the only Bayverse figure we're going to be getting from Studio Series this year, and if that's the case, fine, because I've heard good things about this thing. Also, this came from Amazon, and I'm lucky. I'm one of the few that are lucky that this guy wasn't rolling around in the package, so that's good. On the side of the box, you got this. On the other side, you got a whole shot of him dancing. You got him dancing up here. On the back of the box, you got your obligatory product shot, 13 steps, the last night. So, oh, and he also includes a tiny knife, which I think will be perfect for focus. I think will be perfect for Freezer or Novocaine. Novocaine, because Novocaine had the knife. So, let's open it up and see how cool he actually is. And here he is. Here is Core Class Mohawk. Finally out in his vehicle mode. Out of the packaging and all that. Yeah, he also comes with a little backdrop. Every core, even the Core Class, that comes with backdrops, and I've been loving them. This one is no exception. This is Case Junkyard. At least the moment that they freaking raid the place. Which makes me hope that we're getting a Onslaught or Dreadbot next year. One of the two will suffice, but honestly, I would want Onslaught more. I hope they don't redo something like freaking I would hope they redo this guy, for example. But I really don't want them to redo something like Nitro Zeus. I want more of the TLK bit, the crew, which, let's take a look at the instructions. So, there's instructions. And then, for something like a side comparison, let's bring in our last review, aka the Energon Megatron. There we go. And then our next review, which actually has to do with the Bone movie, which I actually did not show during a Megatron review. And that is because they're in the same wave. But I figured, why not? Yeah, I got Rumble. So, there we go. The hell? So, yeah, and he does roll, like all motorcycles should. He can do a little bit left and right, but you have to unplug the legs a little bit first, but he can do it. His weapon tab's on the side, and even without the weapon, he can still hold fine. Like, he doesn't topple over. Like, I don't know. This gal, like, seriously. Also, oversized, perfect size. So, there we go. If you want, like, side comparisons, well, let's bring in Berserker, who I reviewed, before, around, I don't know. You can see he's starting to self-destruct again. I already self-destructed you on purpose. I don't want you again. Alright. And then the leader class would be... You know what? Let's put a fun one. primal. Why not? It is a leader class. Yeah, so that's basically it. I kind of wish we also have Barricade, so let's throw on Barricade, even though it's not the real one. And then also, our Nitro Zeus, which is basically just Dark of the Moon Thundercracker. Look, as much as this toy line wants to bullshit me, sometimes I'm not fooled. Okay? I'm not. So, let's get into transformation. It should be real simple. I already got rid of the knife. And first you want to do is you want to come down here and you want to unpeg from here. Like so. Split it down the middle. Bring the legs down. And kind of just straighten them out as much as you can for like the chicken legs. And that basically should be the first half transformation all done. You're going to unpeg from these. And you're going to shift the arm down. And before you ask, this is actually graffiti. This is not, hold up. So the camera can see it correctly. There. You see that white? That's not paint scratched off or anything. That is actually according to the figure. I got scared of it too, okay? So that's just so you guys don't be scared of it. So, again, we're going to do the same thing here. Shift the arm down. Then we're going to come here. Shift this up. Shift this up. And then bring up the head. Kind of bend the legs a little bit just to kind of get that a little bit more chicken leg vibe that they're going for. And there's Mohawk in his robot mode. And god damn it. There's Mohawk in his robot mode. And it is a beautiful looking figure. Like, right out of the gate, Studio Series for this year has been hitting it home runs, especially with Megatron, which, you know, while we have him in robot mode. There we go. He's a freaking midget compared to him. But Rumble's worse. Rumble is worse. Like, he is small. But, yeah, he does have a knife. You just kind of peg there. And no, I've tried this with Novocaine. Novocaine has... Where's Novocaine? Well, I mean, it's just Freezer, but exactly the same mold. You see, these are hands way too big for the knife. So, no. That's not available. You know what? While we're at it, let's just side comparison that fucker. Here, how does he look? How does he look? Yes, I know this is Freezer, but... Huh. I mean, without the Mohawk, they're pretty much the same exact size. That was not pun intended. Let's see here. Well, I can't really do any side comparisons in a moment, so we're going to get back to articulation, which includes a freaking head, and then... You got a big mouth. It's basically a freaking gremlin Muppet thing. Like, this is basically Kermit. Fucking Kermit. Oh, and yes, that can happen. Yes, this is actually artificially into the figure. This is not something that was on accident. This is actually on purpose. Like, you can actually do this with the figure. You can actually blow its head off. And yes, this is compatible with blast effects such as this. So, yeah. Articulation goes, well, I mean, because of the peg, he now only has a swivel. Of course, mouth can move in and out like that. Shoulders are on hinges, kinda. He got ball joints. He's got these. Back here, I guess they count. He got hinges, and then he's also got a ball joint for the elbow. No wrist, no waist. Legs can kick forward and back. Can do the full splits. Yay. Legs can bend that forward and then way back that far. And then he has ball joints for the feet. So, not a bad figure. Not a bad figure for articulation. Now, how's that side comparison for real? Now, we're going to get into side comparisons. First up is core class, as per usual. We got to go through those simple ones, one at a time. And obviously, this is where we're going to get a little bit of a difference. Because I'm going to be showing you how he looks next to, well, say, a human. Kind of out of scale in truth. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know how much Legos compare next to Transformers figures, but they are obviously out of scale. Next to Noah, which honestly isn't that bad considering the fact that we got this. Now, if you want other gremlins, I'm going to say compare him next to Novocaine. Oh, and also Novocaine, like I said, cannot hold his knife. As much as I wanted it to, he cannot. So, that is a huge bummer. And lastly, next to our next review, which is Core Class Rumble. So, there we are. Now, what's else on the list? Well, next to our previous review, Berserker. And then next to the Last Night Megatron. Just so you can see. And I would bring in the other deluxe scale that I showed off in the Dark of the Moon Megatron video, but let's be honest, I'm going to save that for way later. And then, of course, Leader Class. Do you think I would really do this without a real Megatron? I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's just beautiful. So, yeah, now it's time for transformation. To transform Mohawk, first what we're going to do is we're going to remove his knife, as per usual. Get the knife removed. I put it on screen last time. I forgot. So anyways, we're going to push the head back. And we're going to angle the legs around, the motorbike around like this, while this part goes up here. We're going to bring the arms upwards. So there's this tab here, and there's a slot there. And what's going to happen is that we're just going to push it upwards and into place. Like so. The exact same thing on their side. Push it upwards into place. It's kind of a chore, but there you go. And then finally, what we're going to do is going to bring these legs all the way back. There are slots right here on the motorcycle. Are just going to kind of tap into the legs. Bring the legs back on these hinges. Tab it together. And then use that tab right there. And there's Mohawk in his vehicle mode. So much more easier than fucking Berserker. And the end of the review. Okay, I'm glad we're done with most of the last night shit, to be honest. I really am. I'm also glad that once I put Berserker back into robot mode for a later review, I'm not transforming him back like he does, like his review already done, so I don't need to. So, yeah, that's basically it. So, again, thank you all for watching. The next review is going to be Bumblebee Movie Concept Art Rumble. Yes, we're finally doing Rumble. Woohoo! If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking notification bell so you can be caught up on all my updates and videos. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, as we were trying to hit 500 subscribers, but to make a long story short, I just had to pump up reviews. I really do. I might do like a full-on video about why I have to do all this shit, but for now, I'm just gonna keep it short and simple like I have been, kinda. And as always, till all are one.